welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's JVceo. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. And I know it's been a while, right? It's been a while. I don't really have an excuse or a reason. I think sometimes just life comes at you really fast and you're dealing with loads of different things. And we all know I don't get paid from YouTube. Even though I love doing it, you know, I come after, or I go after what pays me first. But with that being said, I am still trying, you know, to be more consistent on YouTube. But anyways, today's video is quite special. Because the truth is, I don't believe that anyone knows what's going on with the crypto market, right? People are making speculations. I see people saying, oh, we're going to see a 20K Bitcoin. I refuse, right? And in fact, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin, but I just wanted to touch upon a couple of things. Number one, I do not believe that we still trade in the normal cycles that we're used to, the 2017s and so on and so forth, 4 years on and then off. And no, I think those days are gone. And if you look at how the market has performed, it's very clear to see that we started a run sort of 2020-ish, you know, and then, you know, early 2021, we had, you know, the run continue. And then obviously Bitcoin hit 69,000 last year. But it's been pretty much trading sideways ever since. So people have still been expecting a bull run, and they haven't gotten it for as long as they expected or as intense as they expected. And I think that's down to a number of reasons. Firstly, you have to remember, you know, the crypto market is not as new as it once was. You know, if you look at statistics, I think about 30% of Americans now own or invest or trade in cryptocurrency. You know, so with more people coming into it dilutes that run a little bit more, if that makes any sense. That's number one. Number two, I think, is the politicizing of Bitcoin or of just the crypto market in general. I mean, we see certain things like, you know, you got Ukraine taking aid in crypto. You got Russia looking to take payments for their oil and gas in crypto. You've got, you know, China banning crypto. You've got all these things. And I think the politicizing of Bitcoin is something for everyone to pay attention and keep an eye on, because that would determine sort of the market flow. You got a place that is Ecuador. I think I pronounced it right, anyways. But if I didn't, then let me know. But yeah, you've got them sort of legalizing Bitcoin, inviting, you know, Binance CEO over to the country to help them with the, you know, adoption of Bitcoin and so on and so forth. So I think that will play a major part in what Bitcoin does over the year. But quickly, just to go back a bit, I said this on my social media. I talked about my overall view on Bitcoin this year. So I think, right, it's a beautiful view, by the way. I wish, you know what, I'm just going to put the camera over the view so you could see the view that I can see from here. Honestly, it's beautiful. I'm not shooting from Nigeria at the moment. I went for a 2-week holiday / business trip. I haven't told anyone where I'm at, except my family and maybe close friends. Haven't really snapped my location. I'm just enjoying the moment. And I think that's what some of us need to do more. Not everything is for social media, bam, 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 bam. But anyways, my opinion is that Bitcoin trades sideways for a while. I actually put this on my snap about 2 weeks ago. And this morning, as I'm filming this, Bitcoin is breaking out. Bitcoin is over 47,000. I basically said, look, until we break 30 or 50, we don't have a direction. I know, obviously, if you break 46, 47, you know, it's a bullish, it's more bullish than bearish, of course. But my numbers overall is 30 and 50. And if we trade in between there, I class that as trading sideways, albeit, you know, at a higher higher price range, or in between two big price range, 30 and 50. But I still see that as trading sideways, because if you look at the chart, you see that that's what it's been doing, essentially speaking, over the last few months. So that's what I think. However, with that being said, I do not believe we see a wide scale bull run this year. You know, I think we should be looking at probably sort of next year. And the reason why I say that is like there's a lot of global turmoil going on at the moment. You know, you got the issues with oil, you got the issue with food now, you got the issue with war, Russia, Ukraine. I do think, again, I've just been doing some soft research. I think something may kick off in like the China Sea, basically China, Taiwan, I think there might be a possibility that something kicks off second half of the year. And I know, yes, some people think, and I have even alluded to in the past, that Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. Although I have said that, I do think that if there's global turmoil, that Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in general will also suffer. So I don't see a massive run. For me right now, it's really about accumulation. The next video after this, I'll talk about my passive incomes. For me, it's really about accumulations. And I do a lot of like wise strategy moves in the market. I'll give you examples, right? Let's say, it's going off topic, but I think it's quite important, especially as we're talking about crypto. So everyone was worried about strong nodes, right? Cool. Let's imagine you put in $10,000 or £10,000 into strong node, and you've got your first set of reward, which runs around 33% a month, right? And let's say the price was stable that month. Let's say you bought in at around maybe between $120 and $150. So it's kind of like within that range at the moment, at the point of shooting this video, which is, I think, the 28th or so thereabout of March, right? But let's say you've done that, right? Now, what you can do, I'm going to teach you guys some strategy, right? And everyone's saying, oh, strong is going down to zero. I don't believe that. I read the new roadmap and I'm quite impressed with it. But let's assume strong was going down to zero. But now you only need 30 days to secure your money, right? So let's say you pull out, you've invested, my apologies, you've invested 10,000. And in 30 days, you've got like your 3,000 on average, or 3,300, whatever you want to call it. I would take that 3,000. This is exactly what I've done, by the way. And I would put that into one of my favorite coins that I believe can 10x, right? So whatever that coin is, that coin could be XDB, that coin could be DGB, that coin could be Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever you think 10x is. You take that money and you put it into that coin, right? Especially if it's stakeable as well. If you could stake the coin, even better. Because then if you're getting, let's say, 30-40% a year, then it mitigates a market drop by about 30 to 40%. Now, what happens is, let's imagine strong drops, boom, to zero, and you lose your 10 grand. You've already pulled out 3 grand, and let's imagine in the next 18 months, that 10x is. You've got 30 grand. Which 10 of that covers the money you lost on strong, and pretty much the rest of the 20 grand is free money. Because remember, the 3 grand that you put in is all free money, if that makes any sense. It's free money from your strong node rewards, if that makes any sense. So the rest of that 20 grand from the 30KX, or from the, so 10 grand, sorry, 3 grand, 10x, that's 30 grand. Take out your 10 grand that you put in strong node, you get your money back, and the rest of the 20 grand is all profit. But anyways, back to the actual content of this video. As I was mentioning, my strategy this year is literally hodling and adding to my portfolio sizes, because we might never see some of these prices ever again, if I'm honest with you. We might never see some of these prices again, so for me, it's how do I strategically, move my staking, buy more of my favorite coin, move this, buy more of this, create income outside of the crypto market. That's what I'm looking at. A lot of coins will be getting shown out this year. This year is not a year to, gamble and put into fantasy projects, in my opinion, because I think a lot of those coins will go tits up. They're going to be valueless, essentially speaking. So I would concentrate my efforts and just focus on the very few coins that you believe in the most. So you guys know I've never really done the meme coins and all of that sort of stuff. But yeah, also my view on cryptocurrency this year is, even though there's the hype around NFTs and metaverse have died down a bit, I do think for a 5-year project, looking 5 years ahead, I would definitely be building a portfolio in this space, 100%, the metaverse. 100 million %, because I think as time goes in, we're going to get more bigger players into that field. And when I say the metaverse, I'm not just saying in terms of the metaverse coins and so on and so forth. I'm saying even like ARs and VR headsets and all of that sort of stuff. The companies that are behind creating these products, I would be looking at them as, potentially adding them to my portfolio as well. That's one of the things that I would probably say about the cryptocurrency this year. As I mentioned earlier, I believe we're headed towards a global recession. In fact, I said this a couple of days on Snapchat that I think the UK property market probably crashes in 2023 and that crash accelerates in 2024. What does this mean for crypto? I do think, you know, it's similar to like watches. I do think, if I'm honest with you, some of these assets would start outperforming. And in fact, they're already outperforming the property market. But I think more traditionalists or traditional investors would start looking at some of these new categories to start investing their money in, because it's proven to be somewhat safer than some of these traditional assets. And an example being, now you're looking at buying a house and you're thinking, hold on, rather than buying a house, I might just buy Bitcoin or buy a particular cryptocurrency that I can stake. I can do this with it, I can do that with it, you know, and it almost gives me the same income points or the same number of income as a property would give me, if that makes any sense. So some people do it with watches, for example. I'm not really too keen on watches, but that's just an example. Reason why I'm not too keen on watches is just one income point, which is, you know, capital growth, and then you sell it. Whereas in property is capital growth and, you know, tax and rental and like so many things with property. I don't want to go into it in this video, otherwise we'll go way over. To finalize and close this video, my strategy this year is simple. I'm working on, you guys will see a lot of the things I'm working on soon, but I'm working on income generating businesses, you know, income generating businesses. I think the error that people make is they focus too much on the crypto market. They put too much into the crypto market and then they become slaves to the market. Their emotions become tied in with the market. If the market goes up, you know, they feel on top of the world and they feel like, you know, everyone else is beneath them. When the market goes down, they disappear. They call social media and it's half depression. So to avoid that, you know, for me, it's really just work on your income generating businesses, man, outside of the crypto market, because in that way you can fund more of your favorite crypto projects, but also it becomes a real positive distraction when the market is going bad. So you guys look out for a couple of things that I'm working on. I'll be launching my personal brand very soon, within the next 2 months, I believe. It would be very different, like probably the best thing out there. I'm not going to say too much on it, but it will be very different, completely different. But anyways, that's that. I would also be launching the property sourcing / investment sort of business, especially for you guys in the diaspora, whether it's the UK, US, Europe. So as you all know, I'm based in Africa at the moment. I do a lot of business out here in Africa. I understand the difficulties when it comes to investing in Africa. And my aim is to make it very easy and simplified for you guys. So, you know, we would source the deals, we would verify the deals, we would help you through the process from point A to point Z. Everything that you need to do, from lawyers to legals to everything, and help you close the deal, close the purchase, help you with the management, help you with the security. Basically a one-stop shop for anything to do with property in Nigeria to start with, but eventually Africa. Hopefully that should be launching sometime in April. Look out for that. But anyways, thank you as always for subscribing. Thank you for supporting the channel. More content coming. That's all I can say. Thank you. Until next time, like, comment, and subscribe.